At the Copenhagen Marathon earlier this year, I ran a personal best of nearly 10 minutes in the marathon. But after the first 21K, I faced more severe stomach problems than I have ever faced before. So right after completing the race, I knew I had to work on my new fueling strategy for the next marathon that I would compete in. So today I wanted to talk about what I have been doing and testing out in the previous training in my upcoming race at the HCA Andersen Marathon in September. But before that, I would, as usual, begin the video by talking about the sessions that I've been doing this week. And I must say, after returning back from the US, the training has really been trending the right way. And I'm really excited about sharing these splits with you. So as usual, I was down at the track on Tuesday morning, where I did 6 times 2 kilometers. And I was quite intimidated by this workout because I've been moving my intervals at the track up from a total of 10 kilometers to 12 kilometers. But my average pace throughout all the intervals was a pace of 3 minutes and 27 seconds, which I'm really satisfied about. But a even more crazy training was the tempo run that I did on Thursday morning. And on the morning of Thursday, I had a 15 kilometer tempo run, which I did in an average pace of 3 minutes and 38 seconds. And I think that is one of the best runs that I've been doing in this build. And I think it also shows great signs towards the HCA Andersen Marathon. In terms of my new fueling strategy and what I will be doing different, I'm now thinking a lot about what products I'm using in training and in racing. In previous times, I've just used the cheapest products that I could get my hands on. But now that I have dialed the intensity and pace so much up, I feel that I can't really digest those cheap products anymore. So to combat that, I have tried buying this company called Mountain Energy, and they are sort of a high-end product in terms of energy consumption in endurance sport, and they have a hydrogel technology which is apparently way better for the stomach than the usual energy products. And as you can see, I have bought both their gels and their powdered form of energy, and that is because these gels is pretty expensive, to be honest. So I'm saving these for my key workouts in the build towards HCA Andersen, and then I will only be carrying gels on the actual race day. Then on the other hand, I bought these sort of mixed water packets, which is a bit cheaper alternative to the gels. So I can just use that in training, and then on the really big efforts in the training build and on race day, I will be using gels because I find it more convenient and way easier to consume when I'm actually running. And in the past few weeks, I've been trying the products out while still maintaining a very high intensity for my current fitness. And I must say that so far it has really been showing some good results. I was a bit skeptical at the start, but I thought that I would just try it out because if it actually worked, it would be such a huge burden removed from my shoulders, not having to have those digestive problems every time I'm out on a long training pass and need to consume energy. And as I said just before, so far I am really satisfied with their products. It actually works very well, at least for me. So that is my new approach to energy, and so far it has been going great. Besides that, I also wanted to talk about the run that we are doing tomorrow, and we are headed out for a 34 kilometer long run with a moderate intensity. And now that we have so many kilometers to play with, I think that it would be quite fun to head out in the morning and just look around in the fields and find some really nice spot to run all those kilometers. So for now, I will just sign off, and then I will see you tomorrow morning before we head out for the run. It's Sunday morning, and as usual I'm up having my regular oatmeal before we head out for the long run. So I will just eat this here from the start of the morning and let it digest. And then in a little bit we will head out to do the long run that I mentioned yesterday. On these long runs above 30 kilometers, I will spend over 2 hours completing the run. And for that reason, I will take one of the 320 drink mixes and one of the 160 drink mixes in these bottles, because then I will carry with me 120 grams for the entire run, and that will approximately give me 40 grams of carbohydrates per hour I'm out running. So that way I can replenish a lot of the carbohydrates that I use when I'm out during the run. So I will just fill up my flasks and get ready in my running shoes, and then we are just ready to head out and complete the run today. Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe, you're like a centerfold. Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Ooh, that sugar. All I want is satisfaction. Make a move, baby, you got nothing to lose. Give me that good reaction. Gonna make it right, little like an offer I can't refuse. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. 34 kilometers done in 2 hours and 30 minutes at a pace of 4 minutes and 38 seconds per kilometer. As I mentioned last week, I really find it much easier to just get some quick and healthy nutrition in my system right after these long runs, which I find is a great way to emphasize recovery. And to just quickly get anything, I will just throw anything on my plate that I have in the house. So for today I just found some strawberries, a piece of salmon, and just some white bread with honey on top. And when I go through what I have, I just try to find some carbohydrates and some protein to rebuild all the damage that I've done during the run. And also in the salmon, I will of course also get some healthy fats. So I think this is maybe a bit of a random meal, but it does the job just as it should do. I just returned back home from the hyggeligste lunch with my grandparents, and we got the most delicious smørrebrød that I've been getting in quite some time. And it was actually my first time getting smørrebrød, or just casual rugbrød, since I got home from the US. So it was very nice getting some delicious traditional Danish food again. But before I wanted to let you go today, I quickly wanted to talk about the run that we did earlier. And in my book, it was a great success. We ran the 34 kilometers in 2 hours and 38 minutes. And today's training was all about just getting a lot of time on feet. I think that in the couple of months leading up to the HCA Andersen Marathon, I will every second week do something like this, where I will just get a lot of time on feet. And today we pretty much nearly spent as much time on the feet as I did in my previous marathon race. and I think that the training load and the outcome that I wanted to get from today was exactly what we got. But now I feel also pretty tired, so I can really feel that it also was quite fatiguing, even though I tried keeping the pace quite to the lower end. But big thumbs up in terms of how today went, and I'm really excited about continuing training the next week. So besides that, I just quickly wanted to end off by saying that I really hope you enjoy following the adventure towards the HCA Andersen Marathon. And the last thing that I want to do is that I want to wish you a great rest of the day. Take care.